Hey, it's SaintMarcuz here once again. Excited to show you my favorite deck. I love Sacred Beasts. It is my favorite archetype. And I finally made a deck list that I'm proud of and want to show you and hope you guys will enjoy as well. Definitely take it to your locals if you have all the cards for it. Everything got really cheap except for the horse package in here. That horse package is going to be quite costly, sadly. But in general, the deck is competitively viable, and that's what I aim for. We had a fantastic time yesterday at locals. I finally got to play it at locals. I was actually gonna take this list to 2 OTS tournaments. I had things come up, sadly. Could not make it out to either one, but was able to make it locals last night. But here we go, going into the deck list. Dude, I full comboed 3 games. I OTK'd 2 games. It was great. This list was so much fun. Sadly, it does have the same problem as my Vanadium deck. It loses the draw. So if you get trolled, you kind of cry. You make a smaller end board, but we still end on SP Little Knight, Hope Harbinger, depending on the hand. And yeah, let's just get right into the deck list. So Sacred Beast package. We're playing 3 Dark Beckoning Beast, 3 Opening Spirit Gates, 1 Fallen Paradise, 1 Chaos Summoning Beast, 2 Dark Summoning Beast, 1 Raviel, 2 Hamon, 1 Cerulean Skyfire, and 3 Awakening of the Sacred Beast. This card is insane. The whole point of this deck list is to find this card so that you can win the game. If you find this card, you win the game. That is, if you open it, oh, you're already doing great. And all you have to do after that is just get 2 Sacred Beasts in the field. So that's where I'm super excited to showcase. Um, we are also playing the Bishil package as well, still like we were last year. We're playing the Branded Beast, Branded Regain. We're playing 3 Lubellion, 1 Saronir, 1 Magnemite, 1 Druis Worm. We opted for a smaller package. We're not necessarily playing hand traps in this list. We've made this list so that it goes first. After going first, you can sign in what you want, but we made this list to be the strongest going first deck in the game. So you do not lose to Super Poly, you can't lose to Droplets, you can't lose to anything crazy at that point if it's a smaller trap, because Cerulean Skyfire is the best spell and trap negate in the game. This card negates any spell or trap card in the game, counter traps included. Again, this card is just insane. Shoot. And then we're playing the horse package, which I'm playing a bigger horse package than most people would. A lot of people you're going to start seeing this in a lot of deck lists. You'll definitely see this in my next video as well that I'm going to drop. And MatchieYgo, bro, I can't even speak how excited. I showed him this package right here alone, and he's like, dude, I love it. So check out his video. He's got a DM profile he's gonna make. Should be dropping later on this week. Great guy. Dark Magician, best deck after Sacred Beast, of course. All right, so we playing 3. Most people are going to play 2 King Sarks and 3 Ametsi. 1 Happy is usually the package that they're going to be playing for the horse stuff. But I opted to play 5 names, and I opted to play the 3rd King Sark because the Sarcophagus can dump 4 times per turn, and it gives me the opportunity to deck in the deck, giving me the better advantage to draw into these cards. And that's why I have so many names, so that I could continue the combo into it. And having the extra names allows me to make a certain card in the extra deck called Coach King Giant Trainer, which needs 3 level 8s. So if I have 3 level 8s on the field, I can get to draw 3 cards. I'll take it all day. Puri Res Map, honorary Sacred Beast card, adds any one of the little guys. Then we got the new cards out of the Red Dragon Archfiend set. Crimson Gaia and Vision Resonator. Basically, this is an engine in itself that we're going to see more in competitive play as well. Vision Resonator just special summons if you're level 5 or higher Dark Monster in the field. That's nuts. And then when it's sent to the graveyard, it adds a Crimson Gaia, which then adds back another Vision Resonator from the deck. So you're just decking the deck out with these cards. So your starting hand, if you open a Metzi plus Vision Resonator, you get to send both of these cards from your hand, add a King Sark, and then draw a card off of Glory's effect. And then on the resolution, you get to add Crimson Gaia. So now you just pulled out, what, 4 cards out of the deck right there, if I think my math's right? Two cards, 3 cards, 3 cards out of the deck. So you just decked in immediately out of that. And then the last card that we have is Foolish Burial Goods. So this is a pseudo continuous spell card. So instead of me playing 2 Cerulean Skyfire, I chose to play the Foolish Burial Goods, so that if I draw into it and I already have Cerulean Skyfire, I can pitch another continuous spell and then add it back off of the Spirit Gates. That's where I'm playing it, and that's why I'm playing it. Side deck can go for whatever you want. Personally, I'm playing these 3 goofy cards in here right now just because it's just me. I love it. But I think going into going into a more competitive environment, I probably wouldn't play the Uria and the Hyperblaze. I might play the honestly, the Shivering Scraper. But this would be like something else. I mean, could be like Econ, could be Cosmics, Lightning Storms, could be anything here. It could be Ogres too, because Ghost Ogre is looking pretty good next format as well. For the extra deck, we're playing the Super Dreadnought, Rail Cannon, Gustav Max, and Leave. This is just our rank 10s. This is a burn card. Cool. Barricade board blocker. This card's insane. It protects your face-up spell cards. And then you can also pitch a card from hand, add one back your spell cards, your field spell or continuous spell from grave, which is really nice for follow-up. SP Little Knight, this card's broken. I don't need to say anymore. This card needs to be in every deck. Almirage is necessary for combo. Need it. Saryuja is necessary for the combo in this deck. There's several times you should be making this card every game. Not gonna lie, you're gonna make this card every game. So it's necessary for the deck. Pentastag, this card is there just so that you can do piercing damage on defense monsters. That's all it is here for. In my opinion, it's just a good utility card to have. Goddess, because we have an easy way of summoning 4 monsters off of King Sark. It's not hard to remove a Towers monster if we have to. I don't see an issue with us having a Towers monster, or playing against a Towers monster. But, yeah, we should be fine. Zeus is there because we play Xyz. I mean, it's just a good Xyz card. And then, Sky Crisis, this card, you can just overlay it on one of the little guys, break a board if you really need to. It could be the last card that you summon. Prevents cards that with 3,000 more attack from activating their effects. Not just on the field, in hand as well. Unfortunately, my friend found out, and I found out too at the regional when I was judging it. I'm sorry, Marcus. Number 38 Hope. We are probably making this throughout combo. It really depends on what our end board's looking like. This card's great to end on, like, if we get drolled. We end on SP Little Knight and Hope Harbinger. And then, if your opponent, like, tries to swing into SP Little Knight with a monster, you can just use Hope Harbinger to re-declare the attack into it so that it protects it from dying, which is really neat. Coach King Giant Trainer. We are 100% making this almost every game. And between this, like the cards that we would make nonstop every game in this list, it would be Giant Trainer, Saryuja, Almirage, SP Little Knight. I mean, we make those 4 cards in the extra deck almost every game that we play this in. And then we have the 3 Synchros because we have Tuner, which is Vision Resonator. And we make the Excel goes to Baron, Excel goes to Spader if you want follow-up. Or we can just straight up make Baron to floor, or just Baron to floor with one of the Horus monsters, or the Bestial Lubellion at that point in time. That's where we're at with that. I do want to showcase that as well, since we have 1 deck profile, we're gonna have 2 here. On the second deck profile, we just slid in the Hyperblaze and Uria. Uria's in the second Hamon spot. We can summon all 3 if you really want to get the effect for the continuous trap. It's definitely possible. And I will showcase a combo line with that. I deem it the ultimate combo line at that point, because what's better to have 3 Sacred Beast monsters for the Awakening Sacred Beast trap? Because this card says, for each of the different names that I have, I gain life points for, if I have 1, I gain life points for every time you normal special summon. 2, which is the best effect in my opinion, negate any of the activated effects of monsters your opponent controls. And then 3, any monster sent to your opponent's graveyard are banished instead. So if I control all 3, it's Dimensional Fissure. And the Continuous Trap and Spell both have the bottom text of once per turn if you control a level 10, you can add 1 Continuous Trap if it's the trap, or if it's Spell card, you can add the Continuous Spell. So let's jump into the combo, and then I will do a test hand as well, just to showcase as well. So we're going to start off with the first deck list that I showed you, which is this one with the double hamon. Because the second hamon comes up so much, you have the opportunity to summon this card by its actual summoning condition to help clear your board. So we're going to start off with, in this hand, we're going to go Pure Resmap. Pure Resmap is going to have Dark Beckoning Beast. We can either Lubellion or Crimson Gaia here. We're going to go Crimson Gaia. Crimson Gaia as Vision. Lubellion add a Saronir. We have to add Saronir here, and that's to get us to dump Bestial Regain in the grave. We're going to normal Dark Beckoning, and then we're going to deck thin here. So we're going to do regular Sacred Beast combo now to deck thin, and give us the best opportunity to draw on the cards. So we're going to normal summon number 2. We're going to make Almirage with Beckoning. We're going to go Spirit Gates effect, discarding a card for cost, and then summon 1 non-targeting from grave. We're going to summon back this. We're going to use this effect to tribute summon from deck. We're going to summon a Hamon attack position here because we're going to draw into Cerulean Skyfire throughout the combo, and that's why we placed an attack, is so that when we do draw into it, we have the opportunity to deal with it. Or we have the opportunity to have the negate on board. We're going to banish Dark Summoning Beast, add us Raviel, and then we're going to tribute the Chaos Summoning Beast, and then summon Raviel, Lord Phantasm's defense. We're going to then banish the Chaos Summoning Beast, and we're going to activate Fallen Paradise. We're going to use the Saronir here to banish the Dark Beckoning Beast, tribute it off for Lubellion. Saronir will dump the Bestial Regain here. Lubellion's going to place Branded Beast. So again, necessarily we're deck thinning so that we don't draw into these cards off of Pot of Greed, which from the Falling Paradise. We're going to draw into Horus and Resonator. We unfortunately did not get the chance to draw into the Ametsi here, or the Trap card, or the Cerulean Skyfire, which is fine. At this point, we have the other Hamon in hand. We're going to then link 4 into Saryuja. We're going to use Saryuja to draw 4. Now we've drawn into Cerulean Skyfire, so Skull-Dread says 2 monsters with different names. You get a gain effects based on the monsters. I've got 2+ monsters already, so every time I summon anything underneath the zone, it gains 300 attack or defense, and then once per turn I can special summon 1 monster from my hand. Since I use 4 monsters, I get all 3 effects. And then the last one is when this card is summoned, I can draw 4 cards, then place 3 from my hand on the bottom of the deck. Well, I drew 4. I saw I got Metzi. I know I've got Blessing in hand, so I got Glory and Blessing in hand. I want to keep both of these cards. I don't need this, I don't need this, and I don't need this. So I'm just going to put back the 3 I don't need. And now I'm going to pitch Glory and Blessing. I'm going to add King Sark and then draw a card. I'm going to draw another Dark Beckoning Beast. Okay, that's fine. Gives us discard follower. So now I'm going to use King Sark here. I'm going to use King Sark to pitch 2. Because I can discard 1 at a time, send a card. I'm just going to do 2 for giggles here to speed up the process. I'm going to send 2 names. I'm going to send Happy and the Protect. I'm going to send Happy and Protection. And then I'm going to summon Blessing back from grave. And I'm going to make Coach Trainer here. Coach Trainer is going to draw me 3 cards. I'm going to detach 2, draw 2. I draw into the trap. Neat. I'm going to use the effect again to draw. I draw into another continuous. I'm going to use the Spirit Gates to add back to my hand the continuous spell Skyfire. I'm not going to do this right now. I'm actually going to go back here real quick. Before I summon the Hamon, I'm going to activate Cerulean Skyfire, and then I'm going to use Sark here to reborn the Horus. Now I'm going to summon Hamon in attack position because, again, Cerulean Skyfire needs a attack position Hamon to negate any card, any spell or trap card in the game. Now I'm going to use Skull-Dread here to summon the Resonator, and I'm going to make a Synchro 10, and I'm going to make Baron de Fleur. It's going to gain attack and defense based off Saryuja, so is the Hamon. So this is at 43-43, this is at 33-27. I have everything I need for combo that I needed, so I'm going to make SP Little Knight now. SP Little Knight out of the Saryuja and the Giant Trainer. And then I'm going to set the Awakening of Sacred Beast. End phase, regain comes back. And that'll be my end board for combo. Generally, my end board is the Hamon, Raviel, and SP Little Knight. If I make the Baron here, or if I get the chance to make the Baron, great. I'm not always making Baron. It could also be Hope Harbinger, depending on board state again. So, but my end board will look like SP Little Knight, these two plus everything on the back row, and maybe another Hamon in defense, depending on the hand. Now we're going to go into the Uriah version. I play all 3 beasts. You know, you got to. Sacred Beast deck. That's how it is. Here we go. So we're going to start off with Dark Beckoning Beast. Generally here, you don't want to do this. Just if you're trying to play around Droll, you send the Ametsi, you send the Protection. You send Glory and Protection in the grave to get the King's Arc and draw, and then you get Drolled, and then you can make SP Little Knight Hope Harbinger as your board at that point. But since I'm just going to deck thin for testing hand test purposes, I'm going to deck thin, do same combo I just showed you. I have Uriah in hand, which is really nice. Use the effect summon. Because of my zones here, and I had Uriah, I usually summon underneath the zone, but I'm going to summon underneath the zone and end with SP Little Knight in this zone. I'm going to tribute, summon from hand, banish 2, add Fallen Paradise, add Hamon. We're deck thinning, that's what we're doing. Fallen Paradise, we're going to do Glory plus Protection. Add King's Arc, draw a card. Draw into Foolish Burial of Goods. Neat. So now we have access to Cerulean Skyfire if we really need to use it. We're going to do King's Arc to draw 2. We draw on the Lubellion Jerusalem. Also great, because Lubellion is perfect for the combo. We're going to pitch Lubellion here, add a Saronir. And then we're going to Saronir summon Banishing Dark Beckoning Beast. Accidentally added the hand here. We're going to summon Lubellion, Chainlink 1 is Saronir dump, and then on new chain, Lubellion plays Branded Beast. We're then going to activate King's Arc. We're just going to reborn both of them, both of the 8s in grave, because Lubellion is also an 8, and we're going to go straight into Coach Trainer after we dump the Cerulean Skyfire from our deck of Foolish Burial of Goods so that we're deck thinning. We're going to add this back later off of Spirit Gates. Now we're going to go Coach Trainer effect. Detach, draw into no Lubellion, detach, or King's Arc first, send another name from deck so we don't draw into another name, and then we're going to draw into a Resonator. That's great, because we haven't used Resonator at all this turn. We're going to use the King's Arc, dump Resonator, dump the last name in deck, add as Crimson Gaia on a new chain because Vision Resonator was sent to the graveyard, and then we're going to immediately activate Crimson Gaia here to deck thin again, adding Vision Resonator to hand. Alright, now we have the opportunity to draw another card. We're going to draw on the Magnemite, draw again. We're going to draw on the Dark Beckoning Beast. 8, that's cool with me. I'm going to choose to summon back both of the 8s in grave so that I can make Skull Dread out of these 4. And now I get to draw 4 cards, place 3 back, because I use 4 different names. We draw into the Continuous Trap. We have made full board. We have got it. We've hit the goal line. Now all we got to do is finish our combo. So we're going to put back 1, 2, 3, because we've already seen those cards and don't need them. We're going to summon a Jerusalem from hand, and then we're going to special the Vision Resonator from hand, because we did not do it this turn. We're then going to then we're going to make a Excel Reborn the Vision, and then we're going to either make Baron, or we can make Despater here if we really want to. It's just up to you what you feel like the deck is strong in. We're going to... I'm sorry, my Discord's going crazy right now. I'm going to mute that for a second. Alright, cool. It's driving me nuts. Alright, so you can choose what you want. I choose to end on Baron because another negates is great. So another negate is great. Alright, we're going to then special the Magnemite, use its effect, banishing the Vision Resonator, and we're going to make SP Little Knight out of the Skull Dread and Magnemite. And then we're going to use Spirit Gates to add us back Cerulean Skyfire. We're then going to special summon Hamon via its own summoning conditioning, sending 3 continuous spells to grave. Alright, and then we're going to activate Cerulean Skyfire, place this, and then end phase we get regain. So, and then add Lubellion. And then during my opponent's turn, I now have the Druid's Worm for another interaction engrave. So if my opponent does, normal summons a monster, special summons a monster, Raviel will trigger, but my regain will also trigger. Uh, Raviel will be mandatory, number one. Number two will be regain, and then I can override it by summoning the Druid's Worm, and then Druid's Worm can then pop a card with the Branded Beast, and then send a special summon monster on their field. So this this board is so good. It does not lose to, again, does not lose to Poly, does not lose to Droplets, does not lose to most board breakers, spell or trap board breakers. Dark Ruler no more. It doesn't matter. Hamon just changed the defense. You're all good. Uh, what it does loses to Droll. Nibiru is a little bit of a pain trying to decide if I want to play Link Spider in the extra deck. And it loses the Kaiju or Spear Mode type monsters like Lava Golem, Kaiju, Spear Mode. But again, here's the end board. It's fantastic. I really enjoy this deck. I hope you have fun testing this deck online. It's definitely worth having IRL if you really want to play this deck at the highest level you can. You can throw a little bit of money at it. Thankfully, everything in the everything in the game now is super cheap. Besides like the Spader, Excel, and SP Little Knight with the three glories. Those are your money cards. Those roughly are staple cards, so you should have them anyways. The Horus cards are going to be staple cards because they're such a good engine. They're rising. It's a very good engine. I honestly think the Horus archetype is the new adventure package. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for coming by. I hope you have a blast, and Sacred Beast best deck.